This course is brought to you by USAA. We would like to thank USAA for their generosity in making this course possible.
Welcome to Portable Mindful Strategies for Self-Care. This is the Mantram repetition series and session 1 of 4, How to Choose and Use a Mantram. And I'm your narrator, Dr. Jill Borman. The goal of this program is to help you learn a set of portable and spiritually based skills that can assist you in managing unhelpful and unwanted thoughts and feelings. This program will help you learn to live in the present moment and better manage life's daily hassles. The Mantram repetition program is generally taught in 8 90-minute sessions in a face-to-face format. For the Psych Armor curriculum, however, we've condensed that into 4 sessions. What is a mantram and how to choose and use one, slowing down, one-pointed attention, and putting it all together. So the objectives for this first session, we are going to define the distinctions between the terms mantram and mantra. I'll describe the underlying philosophy of the program and also its origins and the development of what we currently call the Mantram repetition program. I will also identify some common myths about the program and help you choose and use a mantram or rapiding focus tool for raising awareness and stress management. So let's start by talking about the difference between the terms mantra and mantram. Mantra is a Sanskrit word. Comes from 2 syllables, manas, meaning mind, and try, or tra, to set free from. So a mantra or mantram is a thought that liberates and protects. It's considered a sacred or holy word or phrase. So why do we use the word mantram with the M instead of mantra? Well, technically, they're both the same. A mantra and a mantram refer to the same Sanskrit word, to cross the mind or to protect. However, in our society today, the word mantra has been used to mean anything you repeat. And we want to make the point that a true mantram, which is why we add the M, is not just a slogan, it's not a motto, it's not a positive affirmation, something you say about yourself that you'd like to feel or experience. It's not created self-talk, and it doesn't come from a song or a poem. So we like to use the word mantram with the M to make that distinction, and not just to refer to any thought or phrase that you repeat over and over. So what is the definition of the word mantra or mantram as we use in this program? Well, it's a prayer word. It's a spiritual formula, the living symbol of the highest ideal that the human spirit can respond to and love. According to Eknath Easwaran, it is a key to our deepest resources of strength, patience, and love. All of this work that I'm talking about really comes from Eknath Easwaran. He's a spiritual teacher of the 8-Point program, and he founded the Blue Mountain Center of Meditation in Tamales. And for those of you that want more detailed information or want to know more about his work, you can always go to www.easwaran.org. The other thing that's very common to these types of practices that sound religious is that oftentimes there's some common myths. And I want to expel some of these myths, or dispel them. First of all, this program is not completely religious in nature. It's not dogmatic. In other words, you bring to this program whatever your background or your belief system, whatever it is, come to this program with an open mind, and you can adapt your views with the practices here. Some people think this is all about Eastern religions or Eastern traditions and that it's strange or foreign. But in fact, a lot of Western traditions, Christianity also has information about repeating a holy name. This is not a form of chanting out loud. We don't chant out loud in groups. This is not a cult. We aren't doing any brainwashing. It's not anti-Christian or pagan. And we're not really teaching mysticism. Another myth is that this is the same program as Transcendental Meditation, which is known as TM, which is also a mantra meditation. But Mantram repetition is really very different. We are not into chanting nonsensical syllables, and we're not into chanting and dancing like the Hare Krishnas. And this is not only for hippies. So what is mantram repetition? Well, it's not a sitting mantra meditation. It's not transcendental meditation, which teaches you to sit quietly for 20 minutes twice a day and repeat a assigned mantra to assist in transcending your thoughts. Instead, mantram repetition raises the awareness of your own thoughts and helps you gain control of them. Mantram repetition is not a sitting meditation, although you can sit quietly and repeat your mantram if you want to. The Mantram repetition program is really all about learning to train your attention. And the 3 tools taught here are mantram repetition, slowing down, and one-pointed attention. And we're going to talk about each one of these. And even though they're synergistic, they relate to each other, we're going to take them one at a time. And you can think of mantram repetition as a way to rapidly relax, to refocus, and train your attention on one thing. And probably the biggest advantage to this program is that you can practice your mantram anywhere at any time. Mantram repetition is to be done on the run, on the go. At any time during the day when you have a moment, you can retrain your mind and come back to your mantram. It quiets your mind and it allows you to access that inner calm. It's like a mental pause button. And research is showing more and more that these types of meditative practices truly do restructure the brain. When neurons fire together, they wire together. So each time you repeat your mantram, you're creating new pathways in your mind. And the term that's used in science is neuroplasticity. It's a way of building new neurons and ways of thinking. Now, I want to talk about 2 types of stress that is felt by family caregivers and by patients themselves. It's felt by every one of us. And these are 2 primary causes of stress that we can learn to manage with the Mantram program. The first is being in a hurry, always being speeded up, or always being aware of time pressure. And the second is multitasking, feeling like we have too much to do in too little time. And together, both of these cause a lot of stress. So time pressure can be equated to hurry sickness, the sense of constantly being threatened, feeling like you've got so much to do and not enough time to do it. And this triggers the stress response. It creates sort of a low-grade, constant, demanding, chronic stress to daily life. In addition, we have so much information. We live with information overload, constant interruptions, and frequently don't have the ability to finish just one task at a time. This kind of time pressure can lead to poor self-care. We don't take time to do the things that would best nourish us. So let's get down to the heart of how to choose and use a mantram. These are some recommendations, and we just ask that you try them out for yourself. Choose a traditional mantram. In other words, choose something that has been handed down for generations. You can use the list that we talked about earlier in this series, or you can go online and look up different ones. You can go to Eshwaran's website and look at the ones he's recommended. And sometimes it's best to choose what's unfamiliar to you. Something like Om Shanti, which means peace, may be a better mantra than to choose the word peace, because then you'll have fewer associations. Don't make up your own. These are words and phrases that we believe have a divine spark. There's something special about them. So choose these words derived from ancient wisdom. And then once you choose one, take your time to choose it, but then don't change it. We believe that once you choose a mantram and you believe it's the right one for you, that you should keep that same mantram for the rest of your life. Sometimes a mantram will choose you. In other words, you might think you know which one you want, but a different one pops in your head. And if you can't decide, if you have difficulty and you don't know what to do, we always recommend the word Rama, which comes from Mahatma Gandhi, meaning peace, or it's an invocation for peace and joy within, or the word one, which was used by Herbert Benson in teaching the relaxation response. It's important to note you need not identify as religious or spiritual, and in fact, you don't even really need to understand how this works or understand the meaning of your mantra for it to have a positive effect. So how do we use a mantram? Well, this is really probably the easiest part, is that once you choose one, you repeat it quietly to yourselves over and over again, and passively ignore any other thoughts that come to mind. We encourage you to repeat it silently as often as possible throughout the day and even at night, and to use it when you need to redirect your thoughts or feelings that you're trying to manage, but also to use it when you don't need it. You need to use it at times when you are relaxed and calm and don't feel like you need it. So, for example, practice it repeating it as much as possible. Practice it at times when you're waiting in line, sitting at a stoplight, and it's really important to practice it every night as you're falling asleep. Usually right before we fall asleep, as our body is relaxed and our minds have nothing else they need to do, it's a great time to repeat your mantra. So you want to use it when you do need it as well, to interrupt and redirect obsessive thoughts, and it can slow your reactivity to disturbing events. And if you'd like to supplement your learning, we recommend these two textbooks, Strength in the Storm by Eknath Easwaran, and also the Mantram Handbook. Both of these books were written by the founder, Eknath Easwaran, and they give you lots of tips and stories and strategies by which to implement this practice into your life. You can also check out more information at www.jillborman.com or send an email